What's up, y'all? Winnie here, and welcome to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Wow, this is loud in my ears. Okay, let me turn it down a little bit. So initially I was going to do this video on PlayStation because that's where I bought the game at for fun. But then I updated my GameStop memberships on Game Pass membership. So now I can do it over here and not have to worry about any of my pre-existing save files while also reminding myself how to play it. Also, apparently, as of me recording this, the new expansion comes out tomorrow. And they also announced there's going to be a Dark Heresy thing. So I guess I should probably post this video today. I don't have any of the expansions yet, but they're on sale on Xbox, so maybe they're on sale on PlayStation too. I'll look into that on my own time. New game. I do not have Void Shadows. We're going to do story difficulty. Let's see. I know on PlayStation I played as... I don't know. Oh, I made a custom character. I don't know you people. Get out of here. I chose the portrait with the hat. One, because they have red hair, and two, because I liked the hat. But they also have red hair, but they also got a ridiculous dress. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of portrait options. I know I don't want that one. Oh, well, maybe. Yeah, let's go with this one. Appearance. We're not a dude. Stop that. Her hair is gone. Nice. That works. We got average, big, and little. Let's keep it real. That one. Hair. Am I going to get to pick the color of my hair, or is it just going to be... I'm pretty sure I get to pick the color of my hair. I know I don't want this nonsense. I'm just not that fancy. That's towing the line of fancy. This is fine. Hair color. It can stand to move a little bit faster. Maybe there is no red hair option. Close enough. Eyebrows. That is way too high. There's no need for all that. This is fine. I would like my eyebrows to match my hair. It'd be kind of weird if it didn't. I said that, and now I'm wondering if I have any gray hairs in my eyebrows. That's fine. I don't really want the mark of the Imperium on me. If you've been watching any of my Warhammer videos for any amount of time, you know that I'm not really that big on the Imperium if I don't have to be. There are bits and pieces of it I like, but as a whole, meh. This is fine. I can pretend like I'm Kratos. I guess I only get to have one, though. augmentations. I can't see any of the ones that are like hair based. I don't want the nose tubes, thank you very much. This ought to protect my nose from getting broken. Not by the plate of my chinny chin chin.
I'll mention this triumph in my memoirs.
I am but a harbinger of the destruction.
Okay.
Macro cannons, open fire. Through chaos I stride. What?
Perfect.
Why is there no daring female?
My support.
Let the bodies pile. All hands, prepare for acceleration.
Well, I know I don't want to be pious. Let's see, either Death World, Void Born, Hive World, Forge World, Imperial World, or Fortress World. What's the Hive Worlds? Hives. Well, I should probably read all of them. On Death Worlds, the plants, beasts, and sometimes even the environment itself take aggressive and destructive forms inimical to human life. Whilst exceptionally difficult to colonize, many Death Worlds possess valuable resources that require an outpost or other human presence upon the planet's surface to harvest. These harsh environments result in some of the hardiest and most resilient populations in the galaxy. Those tested and found wanting die young. And in Voidborn, are humans birthed in the belly of a void vessel or aboard an ancient orbital satellite. Those who have lived their lives on void ships become inured to some extent due to the reality-altering process of warp travel and to living in low or zero gravity environments. In many cases, these features are drawn and their features are drawn in their skin palette. Well, I'm not either of those. They may even have minor deformities or strangeness to their speech, gait, or general appearance that sets them apart from others. Hive World. Hive World's population is so dense that great swaths of the surface of the world are frequently covered in gargantuan cities bejeweled with towering spires that pierce the atmosphere. Hive Worlds are vital to the welfare of the Imperium and are the beating heart of its economy and war machine. They produce munitions for the Emperor's armies and vast manufactories, mine valuable minerals, and refine fuel for the Imperial Navy. Innumerable regiments of the Astra Militarum are raised from their massive populations as well. Forge Worlds are the domain of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Entire planets ceded to the demands of the vast macro industries. Each is a manufacturing super complex of unimaginable capacity and power. Over the millennia, different Forge Worlds have become especially renowned for their philosophies or ways of war. These are often colored by the technologies they specialize in manufacturing. The bulk of a Forge World's population is utilized as a labor force, whilst the unfortunate few may be inducted into the ranks of the Adeptus Mechanicus itself. An Imperial World is one of a million planets united by the belief in the immortal God Emperor, hailing from hyper-technological societies to grimy feudal populations. The inhabitants of countless worlds offer fealty and devotion to the Master of Humanity and the Imperial Creed espoused by his servants. The designation Imperial World encompasses a vast array of wholly dissimilar worlds that are, nevertheless, part of the Imperium. And last but not least, is the Fortress World. They are planets where the entire populace is immersed in warfare. They constantly train for the day that they may be called upon to defend the Imperium, a charge they solemnly uphold. Fortress Worlds are established as bulwarks against the enemy. Every citizen is a soldier trained to fight from the moment they can handle a weapon. I want to be from a Hive World, but being from a Death World could be funny. Although it'll make me stupid and not like people. How about Hive World? My willpower will be lower, but I won't be stupid. Won't that mean I'll be, like, weaker to psychic nonsense? Oh well. Let's see. That's a lot more reading. So there's the Astra Militarum Commander, a Commissar, a Crime Lord, a Minish Storm priest, a navy officer, a noble, or a sanctioned psyker. Considering my picture, I should probably be a noble. I'd rather not, but let's see, what do I get from it? You serve me. I'm not stupid. I have friends. I'm good at coercion and persuasion. I'm really good at those once I level up. Let's see. Information. What does this do? The noble assigns one ally who will become their servant until the end of combat. What is this? You do something. If a noble uses an ability on their servant, the servant gains +1 AP next turn. Does not stack. You protect me. You go on. You kill it. You are next. These feel messed up, and I'm glad that's not what any of my main characters have. But we're gonna do that. Let's see. Do I have Apex of Brilliance, Illustrious Glory, or Feat of Greatness? You had a rival house's reputation destroyed and its members exiled. That's messed up. You were named Planetary Governor and survived. Your strong presence and persuasiveness stopped a feudal war between neighboring systems. I could do with some persuasion. Grim Portents. Okay, right, Darkest Hour. The mysterious tome that was discovered in your family library exacted a terrible toll on your mind. You're a bastard. An illegitimate member of a family that immediately turned its back on you. You were kidnapped for a ransom, and your captors mistreated you up until the moment you were released. What does this mean? Okay, so it looks like I'll be weaker to getting poisoned. Okay, sure, let's do that. Do I want to be a warrior, an officer, an operative, or a soldier? Probably an officer, since I'm all fancy and whatnot. They use their willpower. Well, my willpower is going to be bad, so that'll be funny. I don't think there's anything else I can really click from here. Next! Available points 30. Oh, okay, my willpower's not that bad. But let's make it better. Let's see. Better perception. I don't think I should have too much toughness or strength since noble, but I'll have some more ballistic skills. Assume that they like go shooting for fun. But they wouldn't be good at melee since they have their servants to do that. But they'd be smart. And fellowship. And a little bit more willpower, I guess. Cool. Next. Patient Fortune. The Sword class frigate is a classic void ship design, proven in thousands of battles, combining decent firepower, high speed, and respectable survivability. Or the Falchion class. I like this one because it's shaped like a fancy shoe. It's shaped like a fancy shoe with a little house on it. This one does not look like it has a little house on it. Well, I mean, I guess. This seems like one that a noble would have, but this is the one that I want. I know why I'm naming it that, don't worry about it. Next! Ah, yes, my name. Well, after this video, I'm never using this lady again, so you can just be called that. You can just be called that. Okay, how do we... Oh, I can change the outfit, that's right. looks like I cannot be purple. That's about as close to purple as I'm going to get. Oh, a backpack? Okay, when I hit the button the first time, it was like, name yourself. So I wasn't sure if it was going to make me do that again. Usually for these videos, I read the stuff in the tutorial, but there was a lot. So I decided I didn't need to read all that. It's been 16 minutes and I haven't even started yet. See what I mean? I don't know if it's feasible to play up to the part I wanted to play up to because I don't know how long that's going to take. If everyone does their own talking, it shouldn't take too long. But the combat takes a while. I should probably not call this one a let's try since I've played through the tutorial twice already. But I've not been any further than the opening segment. So I'll probably call it a let's play instead of a let's try. Turn down the headset a little bit more because, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm talking way too loud. What's up, dude?
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
All of this ostentatious luxury, this laughable pretense, it's enough to make one think that the architects meant to compensate rather than glorify.
An interesting perspective. However, allow me to offer you a bit of advice. In the interests of your own well-being, you should frame your thoughts with greater piety. Demonstrating such a lack of care when choosing your words might be viewed by certain people as evidence of insufficient trepidation before the God Emperor, the master of humanity.
I merely criticize the talentless architects of this place, nothing more.
I understand, but the particularities of my craft have made me a perceptive individual, capable of seeing through to the root of things. Unlike millions of his devout servants. Trust me, your words could easily be interpreted a different way, especially by one inclined to do so.
Basically, people who want to see your downfall can make that sound like you're talking bad about the Emperor.
Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Duchess Lavinia Els Venria de Val af Calixis. You may call me Your Grace.
My deepest respects to you, Your Grace. A noble of the Imperium. It's been a long time since Providence last brought such eminent guests aboard this vessel.
He smiles faintly, but you are not sure it is directed at you.
I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with Her Ladyship. Bear it with honor.
Lord Captain. Strange title for the Lady Theodora.
Such are the traditions of the Imperium. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis at the time when the first rogue traders entered the Gold Emperor's service, and therefore, it is sacrosanct.
I assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out. Let us address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrat von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Okay.
Is there
By
money
right of
to be
blood.
made?
Follow the man. Interactable objects. There. You can interact with stuff. Press whatever that button is called to highlight objects you can interact with. TechnoMat. I shall call you TechnoMatthew. Saving. Open the door. He's got a nice beard going.
One of the von Valencius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Why does she have a tank?
What's happening?
It looks rather obvious.
Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
At least everybody had a pistol. For some reason.
To arms!
You have been ambushed! The battle begins. To survive in the grim darkness of the far future, you will have to face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. These hints and tutorials will familiarize you with the combat system of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. Press that button to start the battle. Somebody shoot! Shoot and don't let it get close. Okay. No damage. All damage. Oh, he got y'all with the 2-tap. All battles in the game are turn-based and take place on a grid. Once on their turn, a character can move, attack, and use their abilities. Select a cell within the highlighted area and press A twice to move the character there. Movement points determine how far they can go. One movement point corresponds to one cell. Moving diagonally is more costly. Every second diagonal cell uses 2 MP. At the beginning of each turn, they are restored to their max value. Note that once a character starts moving, you can no longer cancel that. Wow, that's a lot of movement. I'm going to stand next to this
Let's
guy.
make some opportunities.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Meat Shield.
It's as good as done.
Can I do this too?
I'll see to it personally.
Alright, enter. Farewell, servant. I hardly knew ye. Analyze enemies. Joint analysis. Right.
I'll make it happen.
Your character just missed. to equip them with a decent weapon. Am I not equipped with a weapon? Apparently I can't move since I attacked. Unless that was just it giving me my attack since I didn't attack before. I'm gonna die. Unless it also misses me. Is that in my radius? I guess I'm screwed. Oh, okay. I guess we're not allies.
I'll see to it personally.
Cool, it actually landed this time. Awesome. Oh no. Nice. Nice. He's got them moves. Characters with melee weapons block their ability to shoot. Oh, he gone. What happened to the other one?
Suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Talk to Theodora von Valancius. Spread out. No one is allowed to enter the premises.
I'm
station.
afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Okay. You can open the map to orient yourself.
Keep your wits about you.
Yeah, I'm just stepping around the blood. Don't. It's gonna ruin my shoes. At least they didn't get TechnoMatthew. Tech Priest. Good evening, ma'am.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad? While you are considering your answer, Edelthrad, I wish to speak with someone else. Perhaps I shall hear something more interesting than incoherent mumbling. Approach.
So,
What is this? Is this someone from your retinue, Theodora? Do you permit your people to interrupt your conversations in such a fashion?
I didn't even say anything.
I give that permission to those with something of substance to say. Let us see if it was worth it. This is the second candidate for the title of my successor. Step forward. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Those spirits could well be the natives' name for dangerous aliens. I would first verify if that is indeed the case, and if the population of Aeon 6 engages in xeno-worship.
Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Indeed.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence.
We're both servants of the God Emperor and Lady Theodora. Does it become anyone of our status to engage in petty feuds?
Even among his flock, not all are of a piece. I suggest you familiarize yourself with that fact before you are sorely.
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Edelthrad bows ceremoniously and takes his leave without sparing you another look. Impressive to be such an ass-kisser with your back turned like that.
So, why are you here?
There are questions that I wish to have answered.
You are direct. I approve. But you will have to wait. There is something I want you to understand first.
Yes?
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
One of? Does this mean there are other heirs?
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
If you're satisfied with Edelthrad, then what sense is there in having this conversation? Why are you wasting your time on me?
Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Coronis Expanse. Your noble descent is a sign that power lives in your very flesh and blood. You would never doubt your words or actions. Never show weakness. Never let an involuntary gesture or a careless word betray your fears or agitation. At least, if your upbringing was as thorough as mine was in my time. Many will grovel at your feet. Governors, commanders, highborn navigators, conceited lords. And you cannot allow them to sense weakness in the one who stands above them. Moreover, your remarkable mental abilities were noted in your profile. If you can find a way to exhibit them in the service of the von Valancius dynasty, well, so much the better.
I'm ready to take on this sacred purpose. Swing. I'm ready to take on this sacred purpose.
Oh, yes. You would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader.
Thank you for clarifying. May I ask my questions now?
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
An incident took place on the officer's deck. Some servitors went berserk and attacked the crew.
Is that so? Perhaps the Technomaths were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
I've no more questions.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
I'm kind of surprised they still have regular bolts.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Come to chaos!
Initiative. Alright, gotta start the battle.
Emperor, protect me.
My place is at the fore.
Reduce to dust!
Dang!
My faith strengthens
What? Woo! Well, so much for the books. Heretic cutthroat.
My ears are ringing.
I serve the ruinous powers!
The ruinous powers. Use cover to avoid enemy attacks. None of these directions are particularly protected, but alright. No, not the serving. I guess the only person I could give this to was Abelard.
You never stood a chance.
Got him. I landed a crit. Yay. What does this do?
Who if not me?
Death to the weak.
He shot more.
The miners are there. Flow.
Does he have healing, or is he gonna be
Out of my
okay?
way.
Okay, he got them dodges. What? What did she just use?
One fewer target. To the heretics.
Positive effects. Your character has received a temporary positive effect from an ally. Was it all at how that dude just, like, ceased to exist? Let me go right here. Now let's try shooting him.
I'll see to it personally.
Another enemy down.
And turn.
I can handle this.
What is she using? Y'all are good guys, right?
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
What are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Okay. Find the Arch-Militant.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, there's some blood. That's where I gotta go. Or there. Oh, same room. But the bridge is up. I think I'm going the right way. Hey, Mort. Why is it all dark over there?
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officers' deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
We must provide immediate assistance to those still on the middle decks. Perhaps we might stop this wave from spreading.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on transitional deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-Militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Okay, guess I'm going with him then.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
I hear and obey, Lord Captain.
Then move out! Mort, come.
Power word. Dunk.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
Okay. I shall make do. Lead the way.
Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
Something hits you hard with a sharp crackle, and you are consumed by unbearable, gut-wrenching pain!
Yeah.
I promised you a special destiny, Lavinia. It is time to fulfill it. In the upper decks, son. Wake up.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. She has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber, and for that, I need her breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
Okay, no more snooty voice. What's the meaning of this?
You must have hit your head harder than I thought. No matter. Very little is required of you. Just your blood, which you can either share of your own volition, or I will spill it for you. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
What is it, inbreed? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel?
On the contrary, the Wolf's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
Why are you doing this?
Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my master sent me for. The warrant of trade.
I'll help you as long as you spare my life.
There's a good girl.
Don't say
then
that.
Go to the Sentinel at the gates of the warrant chamber and fulfill your destiny. I had hoped to feed Edelthrad to the machine. He is the one who caught Theodora's eye, after all. But since procuring him has proved difficult, you will have to do.
In the gateway arch, you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor, an obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. The Sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Examine the device. Tech test succeeded. You carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is it's a strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech relic. Okay. Examine the Sentinel. Skin is stitched together with copper thread. Place your hand into the maw. The jaws remain closed. You're beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe if you close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
Yes, I do require assistance.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Oh. Oh!
There is still another way.
I thought that was him teleporting, but it looks like he just took off running. The door's still open, though.
I always keep my options open.
Let it be known, that by my will and by the words of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade, and bestow upon them blah blah blah. It feels like this should be voice acted.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Vox cap frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Vox Master, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper deck.
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
I need a weapon! I'm utterly defenseless!
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations. Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by.
Lead me away from here.
Middle and upper deck. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
quests. Alright.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Fancy meeting you here.
Run, fools, or fall!
Oh. Woo! He told you. Hey, matching monocles.
Mistress? What? Whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
Conrad Vogtveer is a traitor. When we parted ways on the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow and brought me here.
What?
He intended to take revenge on Theodore for something, was trying to reach the wand, was somehow part of that plan.
Oh, holy God, Emperor. I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Mistress, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
He openly admitted that he is the mastermind behind the mutiny.
Saint's blood! Then it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Mistress. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit. And, for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Alright. Treating injuries. While fighting, your character can lose some of their wounds. They've suffered an injury. When a character suffers an injury, it is considered fresh during the first 3 rounds. Once those have passed, it becomes old. A fresh one can be hit with a medikit. Old ones can be hit with a medikit, but they require the treatment and the skill test. Once combat is over, the wounds are all replenished automatically, but any injuries remain. They can be healed with a medikit. Abelard can heal your character's injury. Hold left trigger and select his portrait, then press down to select the medikit, the bottom left of the screen, and use it by pressing A.
Fate and fortune.
Look no further. Your seneschal is always there for you.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day. Let's patch you up.
I owe you a debt.
Okay, cool.
I am at your service.
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure. I will lead us to fortune.
What advice do you seek? Look.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
Okay, we're synced up. I did the mission.
Arm yourself. Our enemies may find us at any moment.
I know how to take risks.
Arm yourself. Our enemies may find us at any moment.
Trying
Keep your wits
to,
about
but
you.
Arm yourself. Our enemies may find us at any moment. Arm yourself. Our enemies may find us at any moment.
Shut up, I'm working on it.
Arm yourself. Our enemies may find us at any moment. Arm yourself. Our enemies may find us at any moment.
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure.
I'm at your service.
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences.
Where the heck? Where's the equipment menu?
Arm yourself. Our enemies may find us at any moment.
Bro, shut up. Okay. Hang on.
Now you're prepared for the trials ahead.
Okay. I had stopped recording so that I could try to figure it out, but then I figured it out immediately after I stopped recording.
The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the war and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
I heard one of Theodora's voxcasts.
Lady Theodora's. Which one? The last one I received was about the navigator's sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course.
The navigator's sanctum. Very well. Will you lead the way?
Absolutely. Let us proceed.
To all loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
Okay then.
Challenges make the spoils that much sweeter.
Okay, who's up first?
I've suffered worse. Non-believers.
Friendly fire. Be careful of it. Your new companion is a warrior. He uses melee combat. He has charge. Melee attacks hit automatically and there's no need for a roll, but the enemies will try to dodge it.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Attack of opportunity.
It will be done. Reduced to dust.
No suitable path to target.
I will do my duty. One fewer target.
Looks like she missed, so that works out. Okay. Abilities.
It's as good as done.
Okay, give him that boost.
Your end was
Got him.
inevitable.
I don't really want to use the command thing on him.
I bring ruin.
Oh, cool. We dodged and parried. And I didn't even know that guy was back there. His aim is terrible. Ah, my
A mere
spleen.
pain won't stop me.
It will be done. I took care of this one.
Okay, that's enough of your turn.
I'll make it happen.
No! I'll go boost his stats again. Oh, I don't have any AP. Oh yeah, that guy. His aim remains hilariously terrible.
Victory is imminent. One fewer target.
Experience points.
Let us not dawdle.
Your seneschal.
I know how to take risks.
There we go. Persuasion. Apply. Yeah, let's boost his toughness.
I
Hey,
have an oath.
We are the spear.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
collecting loot. When they're dead, they don't need things anymore. Give me all that. I guess just collected the loot of everybody in the room at once.
Always
That's cool.
keep your eye on the prize.
The zone map. And we're going to the Navigator Sanctum. Time to start meeting other party members.
I hear it here on the threshold of the blinded guide. Doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head.
Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abala, how they sing.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius.
Ow.
Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
What are you doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. I went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Enginseer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
Officers frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officers' deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officers' deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Edelstrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelstrad's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Fair point.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
We must save the navigator as well.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity.
Well, we've still got to do something.
But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Nobody's moping. You were just going insane. And now we have a third party member who probably needs to level up. No.
Favor the bold. Rise to the top or get left in the dust. I know how to take risks.
Alright, open the door then. The door does not budge. Flesh. Are we supposed to go through the wall then? Okay. Hurry! Destroy this field! Don't keep our master waiting! Sneak attack?
Your demise is already calculated.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Alright, everybody get set up. Let's go.
Let's make it quick.
Heretic Psyker!
Chaos guides me.
Ah, my skin! You can use the hologram gauge to gauge the effectiveness of what you're going to do before you do it. Yeah, I know.
I'll see to it personally.
Bitch! Alright, well, I'll just stay here then.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Idra's abilities. She's a psyker and an operative. You can analyze them. One thing I do know from when I was doing this before is you gotta be careful using the psychic powers. Because I was using her psychic powers and she freaking died. I'm gonna just whack his butt.
Turn of fate.
Okay, next turn.
A tactically sound approach.
Hey buddy, how you doing?
Indeed. Refused.
Why would that have hurt me too? And I'm gonna not do it while he's in cover. That's bogus. What does this do for me? Alright, enter.
Hold on.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
Okay, I can't hit him from here.
On
Can I
it.
hit you?
Another enemy down.
Got him. Let's move her up a little bit.
what is to come. Be gone.
Got him. The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator's breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through its two dark gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, the two ordinary eyes as well as the third eye that sits in the center of his forehead.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. Well, the servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Your time is short. Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Oh. Suddenly, the navigator's body starts thrashing about in place. It lurches forward and falls back to the seat, then thrusts forward again as its bones crack and skin tears open. However, the fusion between the body and the chair appears to be stronger than these wild impetuses. The mutant remains seated, but leans forward as far as he can, his layered raiment slowly turning crimson. The gill slits burst open, forming two hideous, screaming mouth-like pits.
Ah! It came from beyond! His body is not his!
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. I'll seal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
The navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling, but then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under his third eyelid has turned from a trickle into a stream mixed with the blood coming out from his nose, and there's purplish swelling around the eye.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
I want to help. Tell me how.
Run. The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on. And wait for the signal from the Master Helmsman. Then I will commence the translation. So, run. Run.
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespidus, good luck. And thank you.
The navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static and dispersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Alright, we gotta get out of here.
Options open.
Yoink. Yoink. Alright. What you got, psyker? Yoink. Okay, let's bounce. Does this door work now? It does not budge. Oh, I just... Okay. Officer's deck. Are you sure you wish to collect the remaining trophies? Yeah, sure, whatever. Where did that even come from? Was it the other corpse that I didn't see? Maximum hit chance is always 95%. Anything above that is crit. Ugh. Come on, then. That was like a house. Oh, sorry. Is their aim bad, or is that guy just really good at running?
The ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
Just went straight down.
Pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot these men.
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my emperor.
Where did that guy come from? The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment it seems she's not going to stop and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta. Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
Lavinia von Valancius, the Lord Captain's heir.
The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrath the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
I'm no traitor, sister. You can be sure of that.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution. I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
What is a warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas doing aboard a rogue trader ship? You ought to serve the ecclesiarchy, do they not?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice. Through this door, I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
Okay.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a TechnoMatthew with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Yes, a TechnoMatthew would be very helpful now.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May terror's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Right.
I always have a backup plan.
The crew needs more powerful weapons. Maybe something suitable. Equipping weapons. You have received a new, more efficient weapon for your character. Oh, now it's telling me how to do all that. Why are you only just now telling me how to do all that? Okay, what is that? That's a super rifle. No. Now he has a gun as well, yay. Is this stick better than your stick? It looks like it's the same stick. And she also has a gun. That's not what I wanted. Get back in there. Okay, now she has an axe. Now get back over to me.
Keep your wits about you.
Another box of goods. Your trophies were packed as cargo. The door will not move an inch of this block. Are we just going through the wall that she came in through then? Overseer. Ah. The door is... There must be a way to open it. Ah, it's more dudes.
To arms! You'll make a suitable sacrifice.
No, that's not where you're supposed to be. You go here. You go here. You go here. And you go here. Start the battle. Argenta is the warrior of Adeptus Sororitas and a soldier. She's an expert with burst range weapons and weapons that deal damage in an area. And she also has running gun. Complete. No. Running gun.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Woo! Okay. Oh, she can still shoot again.
I'll do it.
Alright. So, I'll be back when the battle's over. Okay, so, now that that fight's over, let's see if we can get all of the loot. The Emperor protects. Okay, that's all the loot. Oh, y'all are still alive.
It won't open. The damned heretics have blocked the door, trembling at the thought of our approach.
A melter charge will help. There's probably one around here somewhere.
Well, that's not the melter charge. How come I can only move the camera when it's a cutscene?
What do we have here? Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Okay, got some good stuff, but it wasn't the Melta charge. D100 system. Okay. That looked like it might have been some more armor. It was indeed. And everybody seems to be full health.
Success is the only outcome I accept. I always keep my options open.
None of this seems to be helping me find the Melta charge. Unless one of y'all just has a Melta. Got some more med kits. Does restoring the power mean I could just... Did we already have one?
I have a nose for profit.
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows. Never doubt me.
There we go.
Sins hidden.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
That's one way to level up. Improvements unlocked. Bring it down. Alright. Revel in slaughter.
Let us not dawdle.
Alright, we're making progress. That's probably bad. I can't... I can't see! The roar of the flames rings in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You're surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps. And then you see the figure walk out of the fire towards you. It is Theodora von Valancius.
Are you lost, my heir?
Her expression is calm, terrifyingly so for someone whose body is engulfed in an inferno. One of her hands is resting on the hilt of her power sword, the other is raising an inviting gesture.
An apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
Despite his commanding tone, Abelard does not sound too confident. He is staring at the rogue trader, and you notice a muscle in his cheek is twitching. This is impossible.
I doubt you are aware of the limits of what is possible. For your worldview is but an iota of what a rogue trader knows and sees. But I can tell that you would like me to share that knowledge with you. That power over reality.
Lady, I'm here for a job, not god powers.
I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies.
Decide.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
Why would that help?
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Over the roaring flames you hear distant sounds, frightened voices, screams muffled and distorted, as if there were a body of water between you and them.
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
Sometimes your character will have to make tough decisions based on their values, interests, and goals. Such decisions affect their convictions. This can develop into 3 directions: dogmatic, iconoclast, or heretical. Each includes 5 ranks. Okay, it's not letting me scroll any of that, so, close? I'm helping the people. You look away and the illusion breaks. The unbearable heat instantly makes your skin burn, and the voices of the people beyond the shroud of smoke grow stronger and hopeful once you and your companions rush back, barking orders and guiding the survivors. In your determination, you completely forget about Theodora, and when you turn your head, you see nothing but the bellowing fire. Back! Fall back! We will go around!
Keep your wits about you.
Where did it go? The thing that was stabbed us in the fire? I could have sworn.
To the same place all unholy visions go. Do you want to follow it, witch? The Emperor favors me today.
Oh dang, all of them. Was that what I was supposed to do? I thought it was just destruction for destruction's sake. Brought down the little house.
Too late. We are too late. Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even worse.
Da da da.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak. Without us.
My lady, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now we will follow you through thick and thin.
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's Voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Mort headed for earlier.
Oh, that's convenient. Would it have been possible to make it to the meeting? Or was I always just destined to miss that? This is my 3rd time doing this, and at no point have I ever made it to that meeting.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
This is intriguing.
More goods. I'm not sure what these goods are. I probably shouldn't be searching for all of them if I'm not going to continue this file, but you never know, that might come in handy. Let's go! I said, let's go! Profit factor isn't spent on buying items, but serves a simple prerequisite. If you have enough profit factor, you can just take stuff. I sort of doubt this video will be out at the time I want it to be, but it does make the most sense to have it go up today, since the DLC comes out tomorrow. Genuinely did not know that before I decided to do this. Oh.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Why y'all running around in front of me if I'm the leader? I should check on Mort first. Why am I not able to turn the camera? Okay, I guess I just have his helmet now. I thought I was going to be able to investigate him. The murder scene looks like... Theodora von Valencia's body is sprawled on the large, blood-drenched desk. The arch-militant's corpse, still clutching a weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain, who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere.
I doubt it. Voidsphere wished humiliation and suffering upon Theodora, not a swift death.
It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch-Militant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Let's check Mort first. I did already grab his helmet, though. An auto pistol shot went straight through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and furniture around with blood, brain matter, and shards of his skull. The safety on the weapon is off. The killer must have been a split second quicker than he. You lean closer to the body. The cause of death is apparent. What ended the rogue trader's life was an auto pistol shot. An extraordinarily accurate one at that. Theodora's face bears an expression of surprise, the last emotion she experienced in life. Something on the floor catches your eye, a heap of blood-spattered parchments and scrolls that must have fallen off the desk. As you lean down for a closer look, you notice something else. Small shards of glass scattered on the floor. What do these shards tell you?
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft.
You cannot tell if the remark is directed at the glass shards or Idira.
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in the warp.
Reports, accounts, dispatches. You go over the scrolls until you stumble upon a document that is starkly different from the rest. It is a handwritten letter signed with the initials XC and a seal with a symbol that is vaguely familiar to you. And sends a shiver down your spine. The author of this letter addressed to Theodora von Valencia signed it with the seal of one of the holy orders of the Emperor's Inquisition. the secret police of the Imperium that relentlessly hunts heretics, Xenos, and other enemies of humanity.
Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more.
No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
End dialogue.
Is there money to be made?
Oh, right, the goods. Ooh, a cape. Next room. Oh, it's a servant room.
More enemies to face judgment. We are truly blessed this day. All of you will bleed!
Put Lavinia over here. Her here. And put her here. Go. Light and medium armor. Heavy leather armor. Oh, he's first?
Indeed. It will be done. Reduced to dust.
Okay, and last but not least,
At
let's
your
use
beck and
that.
call.
Next turn. What's this do for me? Okay, that doesn't help me any.
I'll make it happen.
Even torture to fight like this.
Sorry. Enemy status.
As the Emperor commands, my appetite work is a prayer. I'll do it.
Nice.
Anything else?
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
I always keep my options open.
Did I mention?
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
Finest hour. Yeah, let's do that. Or do I have... Oh, I have two things? Apply. Alright. And last but not least,
Let us not dawdle.
let's just get everything they had and move on. We're almost done here. It's gonna be a long one, but we're almost done here. Oh.
That's how it's done.
The horrific vision is a product of the warp energies that permeate the bridge.
The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Help has arrived. Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. But if there is any honor in you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives for the rogue trader. God Emperor, preserve us. The rogue trader is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain, and the house its head.
That rhymes.
No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
I wonder if there's a reason that, like, all tabletop type games start with terrible, terrible things happening so that they can kick off the story. Like this, the Pathfinder games, Baldur's Gate, they all just start like this.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Words worthy of a righteous soul.
No yielding!
Save the lofty words for later, will you? The navigator's ready to take the ship out of the warp if he gets some help from the bridge.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
You can see Konrad Voigt Veers clearly in the gloom of the bridge. Broken Blade is holding his stained with dark drops that seem to have a pearlescent glimmer to them.
We are out of time.
The first time I did this, I did actually get stabbed with that knife, and it basically did the Mind Flayer thing from Baldur's Gate.
What? Theodora is dead? No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. And farewell.
Edelthrad, don't! Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Whoop, 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 whoop. Ew.
With fire and vigor, our Emperor, imbue us!
The monsters demand your death!
Okay. Put him right there. Put her here. And her front and center. You will encounter enemies with various abilities and features. An icon next to the portrait indicates that they're under the influence of some kind of effect. Let's see. Here, take that. And then... I was aiming for the guys, but instead, both my shots hit the Chaos Spawn. Works for me. Momentum. To use unique abilities called Heroic Acts or Desperate Measures, momentum is required. Okay, well...
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Oh yeah, he sucks the life out of the people. Ow! Ow!
Just need to tough it out.
What happens if the main person I'm playing as dies?
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay, next turn. Oh, he's next.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Fine, be like that.
It will be done.
Endure.
Thank you.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Oh, they're just killing the random guys.
Weapon at the ready.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
It looks like if I actually do anything chaosy, like, at all,
That is not
that's
my
it for her. Yeah, no.
On it. Will do.
Removing all exploits.
Was it you? Or
Okay, that's nothing else from you. No, nothing else from you.
Stay vigilant.
Can't catch my breath.
follow my lead?
Why do all of you have such terrible aim? Well, rip to that guy.
We're at a tactical disadvantage.
Traumas. One of your characters have suffered a bunch of injuries. Bad. If I dodged, why did I just drop dead?
I'll do it.
Stop screaming!
This is unacceptable.
I didn't know that I could have healed her this whole time. She went down for no reason. I guess I can't do nothing else.
The healing is much appreciated.
Oh, I can still attack it though. Whap! Every time I smack him, another one of the enemies goes down, so that's helpful. Sort of.
Time to prove my mettle. At your beck and call.
Oh. She's dying from the warp anyway because because she's near it.
What is this foreboding?
If she's gonna get all messed up from the warp anyway, might as well be right on top of the guy. I feel like I'm about to have a nosebleed. Well, she's about to drop no matter what happens, so... I appreciate that they're trying, but they all just really suck, except for that guy. Does that mean he has no more medkits?
I feel cold. Emperor, protect the fallen.
One character has lost consciousness. Their wounds have been reduced to 0. They can no longer participate, nor can they be resuscitated by any means. They'll regain consciousness after the battle. Okay, well...
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Hey! Hell yeah!
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Bridge officer. Bridge officer?
I will lead us to fortune.
Can I do anything about how messed up I am? I apparently do not have the ability to use medkits. Got a cape now, though.
Keep your wits about you.
Are you the guy?
The heir is dead. He sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
A noble
Rivor, Master Helmsman, Systems Status Report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing. Oh, well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for Throne-Nose Airlock.
We need to establish contact with the Navigator Sanctum. It's our only chance of escaping from the warp. You hear someone sobbing.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
What must I do?
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Oh, blast it all to the void. Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, mistress. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. And please hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk.
Alright, jeez. Touchy. The image before you is hazy, swaying in the sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever's beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It is taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true surreal nature. One of the Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire, the other a vessel of ancient evil bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the warp.
Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own? So many threads stretch between you and other creatures of your world. Pitiful, worthless links, ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddled, erratic, pointless tangle.
I'm saving my people! Do your worst, but you cannot stop me!
Lead them, mortal. Guide them. Persuade them. Force them to walk your path. You will need followers, for destiny is preordained.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
I ain't no servant of yours.
Seneschal, the Navigator's Sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you, with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow, that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lady. It is because of her toils that we all still live.
The deed is done, mistress. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
It's fine. Take the Lord Captain's place.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. And through the strength of her resolve, saved those who were counting on her for protection.
Alright. I don't remember it having that cutscene the last time I did this. Conspiracy. You completed the prologue! And since it's going to do a stop when it hits the end of the loading screen, that's a good way for me to stop the video. Which is so much longer than I was hoping it would be, but also about what I expected. I'm finishing recording it at like 2:50 in the afternoon. Oh, the one time it didn't stop. Cargo management. But yeah, so there's no way this is gonna be ready by 4 o'clock. I'll be lucky if it's ready by 6. But I do intend on having this video come out the same day I'm recording it, which is currently June 24th. Actually, did it say June 24th or July 24th? I might be stupid. I've been saying tomorrow this whole time, but it might have said July. Okay, no, yeah, it is tomorrow. I am stupid, but not about this. So, since that comes out tomorrow as I'll be recording this, that's why this video is going to go up today. I don't know when it's going to go up today, but it's happening. So, if you liked it, a like and a subscribe would be groovy. If you didn't, don't. If you want to click the bell, you can do that as well so that you're notified of future uploads. And if you happen to have Xbox Game Pass and somehow haven't played this yet, it's on there. I think they might have also recently added it to PlayStation Plus Premium, which I can't really recommend because of how much it costs. But if you already have it, go for it. I bought the game right before they did that, so you're welcome. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.